Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Good morning, Montana and all the ships at sea. Hey, let's take a look at your weather forecast for northeast Montana. That's where we always like to start. It looks like this today, mostly cloudy, a chance of light rain and snow in the morning, then a chance of light rain in the afternoon, highs in the 40s. Tonight, mostly cloudy, lows in the mid-20s to lower 30s. Sunday, mostly cloudy, highs near 50, though. Now, remember, gang, you can always get the latest link to this week's Montana Outdoor Podcast. A new one will be dropping tomorrow or Monday, and it is full of great stuff. Going to have reports from check stations all across the great state of Montana. So be sure and check that out. You can find the link to that on the go-to website, montanooutdoor.com.
And the Rigger Cast this time around is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer. Back with the captain and the weekend review in 30 seconds.
Boss has your back when the weather turns white in light of day and dark of night. When winter shuts down work and schools, come with resolve and powerful tools. Endure through every push, salt, and stack until your streets are back to black.
Call Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer 549-4243 or stop by 5680 Expressway, Missoula, or on the web at rmtte.com.
In Livingston, please shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
And a very pleasant good morning, live and direct from the Montana Dark Fort Peck Radio Show headquarters. I'm the captain. In the command center, we have the director, Deadeye Denny. Good morning, Denny.
Good morning, my captain.
And Miguel Lee, who is manning the phones, and Kokanee Quinn, who is cooking up some walleye chowder this morning.
Chowder.
Looks really good.
Oh, I like the chowder. Chowder. Yeah.
I continue if Downrigger can just,
Oh, just talk over me like you usually do.
Yeah. So I was going to say, I have some fresh walleye in the refrigerator, and I'm going to try that out today, that walleye chowder. That might taste pretty darn good.
I knew you were fishing for walleye, and that's exactly why I did that recipe, so that's awesome.
Oh, you schmoozer.
Yeah. And so, and we'll learn more about that next hour. Mm-hmm. And we have Downrigger Dale, who has got his podcast and his weathercast and just about everything else you can cast about, doing everything he does.
We got lots of good stuff coming up, too. I'm excited.
Yeah. Let's see here. What's going on in the state of Montana? Right in the middle of hunting season. The rut is well underway for the deer. I have heard of some success with the elk, but, we really haven't had a lot of weather that would be, you consider hunting weather. I did notice, in fact, I got a call from Fred Stingley, my old buddy, my old ice fishing buddy over here in Glasgow, and he said that he wanted to go goose hunting, and he said there's all these geese around here. Now, Fred works during the day and driving home at night, and actually before it's dark, and he sees all these geese, he gets all excited. So there has been quite a bit more Canada geese come into this area than there was, and I don't quite understand why, because it hasn't been. I mean, we really had some really nice November weather. We went fishing on Nelson Reservoir on Wednesday, and this is an odd thing with walleye fishing. I guess it's a reality with walleye fishing. We went on Wednesday. Now, my neighbor Tim and Sarah Shaw, they went Tuesday on Nelson Reservoir. They limited out on their walleye, and they caught some other species of fish like perch and northerns and bass. And so I thought, well, that's going to be pretty good. In fact, I talked to Lars Sorensen on Monday, and he said that he had maybe it was on Tuesday, he said Monday he had a buddy go out there and he limited out in 15 minutes. So we're looking forward to go over to Nelson Reservoir. We head over there, and it wasn't quite that good. I only put one walleye in the boat, and I didn't put any walleye in the live well.
Dang.
Shame. Shame.
Of course, Don Jameson, he is a live scope man, and he put 5 walleyes in the live well. But we caught a lot of northern pike. I did catch my limit of northern pike, and I was thinking to myself, maybe we should keep some of those so I can make some pickled pike. And but I didn't, or we didn't. I didn't, because I didn't want to clean them. Don does a great job of cleaning those walleye, and he didn't volunteer to clean any northern pike, so I figured that was.
Did you tell him about the pickled pike?
Yeah, the pickled pike is so good, especially when Peter Piper picks a peck of those pickled pike.
So you could call it. You could call this. I tell you what, pike would really be good with pike chowder.
Ooh,
and,
wouldn't it now?
Walleye works
chowder
good too,
and
but
pickled pike on the side. Yeah.
I don't have any pike in the refrigerator though, but I do have some walleye. So, but then Tim, now listen to this. Tim and Sarah Shaw went over there on Wednesday too. They went Tuesday, and then they want to get back on Wednesday. They didn't put a walleye in the boat on Wednesday. So tell me why that happens when it happens. That isn't, of course, that's why they call it fishing, not catching.
Correct.
So I really don't know what to tell you. That's, there's not as many people out on the water, which is kind of nice. Now, I did talk to Tim and Sarah. They went out on Fort Beck yesterday, and they really got into the lake trout. And if you look at Don Wilkins' report on MontanaOutdoor.com, he really likes to catch those lake trout this time of the year on Fort Beck. And they're a different color now. I mean, I know that they spawn. Did you see the color of those lake trout? They look
really cool. Yeah,
almost like a brown trout. I mean,
that's a good comparison. Very, very pretty.
They do. They got that kind of, what is that? Like a buckskin color kind of thing, yellowish color kind of thing on their fins and around their belly and stuff.
Just leave it at brown trout.
Okay, brown trout.
Let Captain talk some more.
I like saying buckskin.
Buckskin jacket.
Yeah. Got me a buckskin trout right there.
A powder keg.
Jeez.
Yes, I did.
I got a call from Brett French this week. He's doing an article. He told me that the tourism in this part of the country of Montana has dramatically increased from 2020 to 2025. Mm-hmm. And he was wondering if I thought that it was because of the fishing. I said I thought it definitely was. I'm not an expert, obviously. But I learned from Downrigger Dale, I like to give my opinion, whether I know it's fact or not.
That's how you do it.
And I figured, here's what I figured. Remember 2 years ago when maybe it was 3 years ago, when the first 100-pound mark was broken on the walleye tournament at Crooked Creek?
Yep.
Over here at Fort Beck.
That was a big deal.
And then every tournament thereafter on Fort Beck actually broke the 100 weight mark with the winning team catching over 100 pounds. And then the Chinook salmon season came. That was 2 years ago when they broke the state record again. So there's a lot, people like to catch big fish. I just like to catch fish. People like to catch fish. I like to catch fish that actually Don Jameson will let me put in the live well.
Oh, boy, the band is leaving the room, Captain. I think we have to move on. Band left.
They're either too big, or they're too small.
Didn't phase him.
I don't know. I got to catch them in the slot. Okay, so let's get news from the field with Greg Lemon from Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. How much do I owe you for this session this morning? It's kind of like a therapy session.
How does that make you feel?
Let's get that right here on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Morning, Captain. As hunting season presses on, I want to bring up something sort of curious that we've heard about recently. Some hunters are using artificial intelligence or AI search engines to ask questions about Montana hunting regulations. Unfortunately, not all the answers that come back are accurate. Let me explain a bit. If you go to Google and ask a regulations-related question, it might come up with an answer that's wrong. The main message I want to communicate here is that it's the hunter's responsibility to make sure they're following the regulations. The excuse that AI gave you bad information isn't going to cut it if you're violating the law. If you are like most hunters and use your mobile device while in the field, it's really easy to download the hunting regulations so you can access them in the field. Simply go to fwp.mt.gov, click on Hunt and then on Regulations, and download the right regulations to your device. This year we are seeing a few poaching cases pop up, and we have a handful of crimes that we're actively investigating around the state. We've done several press releases on these cases, and that information can be found on our website at fwp.mt.gov. Just click on News. But this is a good time to remind hunters that we need your help in the field. Our wardens are working extremely hard this time of year, but they can't be everywhere and see everything. If you see a wildlife crime, be a good witness. Get a license plate number, description of people involved, and of their vehicles. Take a picture if you can and report it to a warden. If you go to tipmont.mt.gov, you can easily find contact information for our wardens. You can text or call the warden in the area you've seen the crime and let them know about the information. Remember, it's up to us. Respect access, protect the hunt. That's it for this week. Thanks, Captain.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, ooh, pump it up, pump it up.
Your local Town Pump has all your favorite beverages. Stop in today for savings on Budweiser Bud Light 12-pack cans, $12.99. Pump It Up members save an additional $2, only $10.99. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, yeah.
First Security Bank wants you to know when it comes time to buy a car, pickup, boat, snowmobile, or ATV. Just see the folks at First Security Bank. Multiple locations in the Missoula and Bitterroot Valleys. You won't have to camp out to get service at First Security Bank, member FDIC. Okay, straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, Placer Motors statewide trivia with Downrigger Dale. What topic do we have for the 6 a.m. hour audience, Downrigger?
The topic of this hour's question is it safe yet?
Swell.
Is it safe?
We'll see. And we'll see if we can make you a winner right after this.
Hold me, Director.
Oh, you're gooey.
Just hold me a little bit.
Ew, you. Pheasant season is here, and Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is stocking nearly 18,000 pheasants this fall at wildlife management areas, fishing access sites, and select school trust lands across the state. Now in its fourth year, the Pheasant Release Program aims to help new hunters find success and build the next generation of conservationists. Ready to hunt? Visit fwp.mt.gov for regulations, release locations, and more details.
For waterfowl, pheasant, deer, and elk hunters, having the right equipment can mean the difference in bagging your limit or filling your tag. When you shop your Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice.
In Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, head on down to D&G Sports and Western.
They all have local knowledge and are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Hunting season is here, and your harvest can help protect Montana's herds. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is asking for new samples this hunting season. If you harvest a deer, elk, or moose, please stop by a CWD sampling station. Sampling is free, and every sample provides critical data that helps FWP respond to the disease and protect herd populations. Your participation helps keep Montana's hunting traditions strong and supports CWD management efforts. Learn more about sampling station locations, carcass disposal, and how to take your own sample at fwp.mt.gov/CWD.
Brett's RV and Marine's been bringing family and lifestyle together since 1967. Brett's was family owned then and still is today. The Brett's mission is simple: help families go camping and boating, enjoy the outdoor lifestyle, and get them back out quickly when something unexpected happens. Today, Brett's carries over 75 RV and boat brands and offers them all at volume discount pricing. New travel trailers start at just $14,995. Montana, Brett's has you covered with locations in Missoula, Butte, and Billings. Or you can shop online at brettsrv.com or call 833-BRETTS-RV. Your next great outdoor adventure starts at Brett's RV and Marine.
Here's more of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Suspense that will clutch you like quicksand, pulling you down into bottomless depths of suffocating horror.
Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
Good morning, everyone. Coming up on 623 and Trivia Time with Downrigger Dale, brought to you by Placer Motors, and we'll see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2025 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 182 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2025 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. 182 horsepower engine available on select models. From our lot to your driveway, there is a lot to love at Placer Subaru in Helena, where they're transforming the car buying experience.
Alrighty, our trivia winner will be getting a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We got a Tiorama pen, a Captain's Choice Max Lure. From Linda at Far Country Press in Helena, the book Rocky Mountain Babies and Cuties Coloring Book. Everybody go,
Oh, that's so cute.
Adorable and educational. A koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. From Kathy Goodman at SilverThreadsOuterwear.com in Great Falls, a 406 Hunt ball cap. It's black with tan mesh. From Valor Coffee, a 2-ounce packet of their signature roast. That'll make a pot of wonderful Valor Coffee for you. And from Steve Harada, a large Steve's Bale Bonds and Wolf Point canvas tote bag. How might the winner put that to good use, Downrigger?
Well, Brother Harada has designed this to be multifunctional. But one of the things he hopes you do is pack up your troubles and come on, get happy.
Truth. Number to call if you know Downrigger's trivia question answer is 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290. But if you've won any prize in the past 6 months, please be courteous and let other listeners have a chance to play and win with Downrigger Dale. 406-721-1290. Rigger.
All right, thank you, Director. Now, the hunting season is going along. As always, it's a good idea to remind each of us out there to be safe. Hunting should be fun, not tragic. In general, though, how safe is hunting? And more importantly, is it getting safer or more dangerous as far as accidents and stuff like that with the old firearm? That is our question this hour. So here it is. Over the last 20 years, is the sport of hunting getting A, safer, B, more dangerous, or C, about the same as it's always been? Your question again is, how safe is hunting and is it getting safer? That is our question. Is it A, getting safer, B, getting more dangerous, or C, about the same as it's always been?
406-721-1290 if you ain't won nothing at all in the past 6 months. And while we wait to get us a winner, let's check in with the Stonefly Fly Shop in Butte.
Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. It's Chris from the Stonefly in Butte. quick little update for you guys. Not a lot has changed since last week, fortunately. Need a little precipitation to come our way sometime soon. But looks like going to be overcast this weekend with fairly moderate temps. Looks like a good time to get out and do some fishing if you're not chasing the animals around in the hills. Down on the Big Hole, still available to fish above Dickey Bridge. So you've got all the way upstream of Dickey Bridge available. Nymph and game up there, little stoneflies, San Juan worms, Frenchies, egg patterns, any of the hothead little beadhead jig flies have been good up there as well. Down on the Beaverhead, you've got pipe organ down at Barrett's. Lots of good water to fish in there. Streamer fishing's been pretty decent in the deeper corners. Nymphing with typical tailwater patterns, scuds, sow bugs, San Juan worms, zebra midges, that sort of thing have been good. Same sort of thing on the upper Clark Fork. Just move around a little bit more, cover some more water up that way. And Georgetown Lake, still no ice or anything up that way, so if you want to head up there and see if you can find a big brook trout, now's the time to do that. Balanced leeches have kind of been the key up that direction. So any further details, holler at us anytime. You can reach us at 406-494-0707 or at thestonefly.com.
Oops, sorry about that. All righty. We do have a contestant on the line for Placer Motors Trivia with Downrigger Dale. That would be Bob Nelson in Big Sandy. How are you this morning there, Bob?
Doing pretty well.
All right. Thank you for listening, being part of the Outdoor Radio Show family. Would you please repeat the question for Mr. Bob Nelson of Big Sandy, Montana? You think you can handle that? Yes. I suppose I should.
If you turn on my mic,
well,
I will.
Yeah. It's so tempting not to.
But. Big Sandy Bob, I got a question for you. Is the sport of hunting getting A, safer, B, more dangerous, or C, it's about the same as it's always been?
What do you say, Bob?
Hey, it's much safer.
Yes, you are correct, sir. In most recent studies that I could find, unintentional firearm fatalities in the United States has dropped by 57% over the last 20 years, and it's even better when it comes to our kids. In the last 20 years, the number of unintentional firearms-related fatalities involving children, 14 age and under, has decreased by 73%. And that points right back to hunter safety. So thank you to all you volunteer instructors out there, and that our favorite sport is getting much safer.
All right, very good.
There you go.
Got any hunting plans for the weekend, Bob?
No, I just came off of some. I'm probably putting stuff away for a while and cleaning up, but waiting for colder weather. We can move some elk around.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good call.
I think that colder weathers are coming, too.
Might have to go fishing.
that works, too. Hey, thank you for listening and playing the contest. Did you get all the mailing address info you need, Miguel? Miguel has all your mailing address info, Bob, so we'll get your prize package mailed out to you, all right?
All right. You guys have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you,
too,
sir.
Bob.
Bob Nelson in Big Sandy,
I call him Big
Montana.
Sandy Bob.
Yeah, I bet he's never been called that.
I'm not.
Before, ever, never.
A Big Sandy Bob, and I'm going to catch
What
me
if
a
his name-
buckskin trout.
What if his name was Andy? What would you call him if his name was Andy? Downrigger?
I'd say a little pipsqueak, get the hell out of here.
Andy from Big Sandy.
There. Thank you, Kokanee. At least somebody's awake. We'll be right back with the captain, Mary Beth
What are your
Kibler,
pronouns, Andy?
at Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing. Don't go away.
Hey, this is Josh at Parkside, and let's bring you into the inner circle. Parkside Credit Union is not for the select few. It can benefit anyone in our field of membership, and that likely means you. It's a club that you're invited to, a party that blows the top off the roof. Okay, maybe not quite, but when opportunity knocks, you should open the door and step right in. The atmosphere is so different here that you'll wonder exactly where you are in a thought-provoking, sober sort of way. At Parkside Credit Union, we like to party. We like to say yes.
Brandon with Madhouse Cannabis. October is winding down, and that means Can the Cats is getting ready to roar into November. This year, Can the Cats will start November 8th and run through the 22nd. There will be drop-off bins at either Madhouse locations. Madhouse goal this year is 2,000 pounds of canned or dried goods. Why? Community. Yeah, of course, the pounds for perks. Madhouse Cannabis, supporting families since 2010. For use, 21 and older, keep out of reach of children.
Guys, love buying your favorite shirts on sale? You're in luck. Untuckit's wrinkle-free styles are on sale now for just $59. These are the shirts that made Untuckit famous, made with 100% premium cotton and a wrinkle-free finish. These best-selling shirts and polos come out of the dryer crease-free and ready to wear. They're perfect for the office, the weekend, and beyond. Stock up now with wrinkle-free shirts from just $59 only at untuckit.com and 80 stores. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflush.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflush.com.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tire-Rama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
Hey, but first, what do you say we take a look at that weather forecast for southeast and south central Montana? It looks like this, mostly sunny, highs in the 50s to maybe even mid-60s, believe it or not. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows in the 30s. Sunday, partly sunny, highs in the mid-50s, and again, maybe lower 60s. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, slight chance of rain showers, so it's starting to move this way. Lows in the lower 30s to maybe lower 40s. I wouldn't count a lot on that one. And now, don't forget, folks, you can always get lots and lots of outdoor information about the great state of Montana. Everything from pictures, videos, to just important information you need to know. And the way to find it is at montanooutdoor.com.
Yes, indeedy. And the Riggercast this time around is brought to you by the Come On In. We will be back with the captain and Mary Beth Kibler at Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing in 1 minute.
Escape the ordinary. Come On In Hotel and Suites of Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings features family-friendly lodging that offers a rustic atmosphere with resort amenities. Options include king or 2 queen bedrooms, roomy kitchenettes, or a relaxing jacuzzi suite. There's complimentary hot breakfast, guest laundry, a large pool, kiddie pool, 5 hot tubs, fitness center, and a beautiful indoor courtyard that features a rock waterfall. Escape the ordinary. The best value in lodging today is at the Come On In Hotel and Suites of Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings. Make your reservations online at comeonin.com. That's CMONINN.com.
In Lewistown, would you please shop the Sports Center? They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing, Captain.
And I certainly will when I go to Lewistown, which is going to be around Monday, I guess. Good morning, everybody. It is 25 before 7, and on this Saturday morning, we have Mary Beth Kibler on the phone. Good morning, Mary Beth.
Well, good morning, fellows. It's a beautiful, kind of dark morning yet over here in eastern Montana. We got 32 degrees and beautiful weather. It's just been phenomenal the last week, so we hope that holds, as we have a group coming in coming in Monday, hunting Tuesday through Saturday. So we've got a bull elk and some cows and some deer to get this upcoming week, and that's our final week. We take Thanksgiving week off and go and fill our own personal tags.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah. So it's just the way we've done it for the last many years, and it works well. So hoping all of our hunters and all those other hunters that are out there, trying to fill their tags and fill their freezers, we wish you good luck. Fishing, have not heard a word about anyone fishing. But we are taking reservations for 2026. So anyone who would like to put together a fishing trip with us, give us a call. We'll get you into some dates. June is beginning to fill up pretty good. So if you want a June date, give me a call. 406-557-2503.
Mary Beth, one of the things that I noticed, I had a bowl of clam chowder soup there at the marina on Friday, and there was only one boat trailer in the parking lot. And I thought it was my neighbor because it looked like the same type of outfit, but it wasn't. He actually put in over at Flat Lake. And one of the things that I was talking about with the guy I fish with quite a bit this time of the year, Don Jameson, is the weather forecast is never right. I mean, there was supposed to be like high wind warning yesterday, and I didn't experience any wind at all around this area. Is that maybe one of the reasons why of course there's hunting season, but maybe one of the reasons that people don't venture out or don't even plan on going out is because of the fact that it's going to be windy, and it is not windy.
Yeah, that, and you never know how many jackets you're going to need on.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, that, and I think just the fish are just in a different, they're in a different pattern than they are earlier in the season, so a little more difficult to find and target. So, we're kind of creatures of opportunity. We like it when they're biting.
Right.
I will interject here. As a weatherman, I must defend the honor of those out there that read the weather like I do. And that is, this is one of the most unpredictable times of the year for weather. It's just almost impossible to get it right. And that is why you brought up a great one there, Mary Beth. You got to take a lot of extra stuff because you never know what's going to happen, and it happens fast out there.
I heard talk to Brian Albrecht. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mary Beth.
I spoke with Brian Albrecht last night, and he and his daughter Olivia, they're out looking for a bull elk for her and hunting the breaks by boat, and he said that there was actually snow down there by Devil's Creek. So, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy. When you're in a profession that Downrigger Dale is defending you, you have a real problem. That I can tell you right now.
Well, it takes a BSer to know one, and that's it right there.
Ding, ding.
And by golly, we'll proudly say we're the best.
Dang tootin' we are.
You betcha.
Okay, Mary Beth. Have a good week. Good luck
weekend,
with
guys.
your clients this next week. It is time now for Kokanee Quinn to. She's got a report from Garrett Osler down there at West Yellowstone.
He checked in on Facebook, and you can too at the Montana Outdoor Radio Show on Facebook. He says Hebgen Lake is ready to freeze, but that they need more consistent cold temperatures. It's been 38 to 40 degrees in the mornings the past couple of days. He says the trout are scattered about the lake and at about every depth. He said we launched the drift boat and caught some nice trout, but very little ice. He says the upper arms forms a skiff, then the wind and the daytime temperatures make it all melt or break up. He says, however, January 17th is the initial date for the Hebgen Lake Ice Fishing Tournament, and if you want to register and get in on it, you can go to West Yellowstone Ice Fishing Tournament.com.
Awesome.
And get registered there. So
thank you, Kokanee and Garrett. What's happening at Lost Trail there, Kokanee?
Today's the big day. If you're a powder lover, Lost Trail Ski Area is hiring for the winter season. Join the mountain family, make friends, and spend your days surrounded by snow, stoke, and good vibes. And come to the Lost Trail Job Fair. It's happening starting at 9 a.m. today. Right at the mountain, meet the team, grab some free pizza, and see what makes Lost Trail such a special place to work. Full-time and part-time seasonal positions are available. Great perks, too, so don't wait. Apply now at losttrail.com/employment. That's losttrail.com/employment. Lost Trail, work where you play.
All righty. Hey, the Montana Club is helping us celebrate 27 years of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show with a $27 gift card giveaway that you can use at any of the Montana clubs in Montana for a fabulous lunch or dinner. There's 2 in Missoula, also locations in Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Kalispell. If you would like to win that $27 gift card and you haven't been a prize winner of any kind in the past 6 months, you may call now, 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290 for that Montana Club gift card, and we'll have our winner right after this.
Take it from me, the captain, and stop by the Montana Club for lunch and try their prime rib dip or sirloin blue cheese salad or a mouth-watering pulled pork sandwich. And after a day in the outdoors, relax with a cocktail from their full beverage bar or a cold seasonal microbrew. For dinner, enjoy one of their Cattle Company Angus beefsteaks, or maybe you have a craving for a seafood salad or one of their famous seafood entrees. Whether it's lunch or dinner, they are always happy to see you and proud to serve you at the Montana Club in Missoula, Butte, Kalispell, Great Falls, and Billings.
All righty. We say good morning. Welcome to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'd be Joe in Kalispell.
Hey, Joe, how are you this morning?
Joe in Kalispell.
I are good.
Okay.
All right. And you happen to be close to a Montana club. That's good too, right?
Just down the road.
Hey,
Excellent.
Joe, have you been hunting?
I have.
And have you got anything?
I haven't. I've seen quite a few. I've been passing up shots because I'm kind of trophy hunting this year. Freezer's actually fairly full, so I don't really, not desperate for anything.
All right.
All right.
So
Well,
Joe's going for the big one.
if you bag that trophy, you have to call us. We want to know about it, okay?
Yeah,
Is that fair?
yeah. Send us a picture. We
I
want
will
to put
do
it
that.
online.
All
Yeah.
right. Hey, thank you for listening. I'm going to put you on hold, and Miguel will get your mailing address, and we'll get that $27 Montana Club gift card mailed your way, all right?
That's right.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you got a
Appreciate
big
it.
rack, Joe is after you. Wait a minute. That did not come out right. That is not. No. I meant antlers.
It did not come out right.
Elk.
Whole
Elk.
thing.
Did not
Bucks and stuff like that.
did not come out right.
No.
It
I'm sorry.
did come out downrigger, and those are both the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Not- But he's after him. So
I know.
Be watching there because he's going to bag one. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sending him some good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, ma'am. Okay, when we come back, we will check in with Eddie Mint at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop and more when the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues.
Off-road vehicles can be hazardous to operate and are not intended for on-road use. Drivers must be at least 16 years old with a valid driver's license to operate. Always wear a helmet, take a safety training course, and never drink and ride.
Hunting in the fall, playing in the snow, or daily farm and ranch operation. Upgrade to the Polaris Ranger XP 1000 North Star. The Ranger is designed to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter, so you can get your job done. The North Star is the ultimate workhorse. No matter the weather, no matter the conditions, trust in the Polaris Ranger. This is Jeff at Lewistown Polaris. Looking to upgrade your Ranger? Give us a call or see what's in store for you at lewistownpolaris.com.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
Whether you're working the land, running the ranch, hauling gear to the hunt, or chasing trout across Montana, you need a truck that pulls its weight. And you need a dealership that makes the process simple. That's where Missoula Chevrolet comes in, locally owned right here in Missoula. They offer one low price, plain and simple. With over 400 vehicles, including dependable Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they've earned the title of the Captain's Truck Center.
You better believe it. I count on the team at Missoula Chevrolet to get me the right Silverado for the job and the adventure. I travel all over this great state, towing my fifth wheel and boat, and my 3/4-ton Silverado handles it like a champ. Plus, you can't beat the no-hassle buying experience at Missoula Chevrolet. Their non-commissioned sales team always has my best interest at heart.
Get behind the wheel of a new truck from Missoula Chevrolet and see what the captain's talking about. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
You're listening to the captain and his crew.
If you notice swelling of face, mouth, throat, or a rash, see your doctor right away. The most common side effect is nausea and vivid, unusual, or strange dreams.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
In Miles City, be sure to shop Red Rocks Sporting Goods. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing, Captain.
13 before 7. Good morning, everybody. Montana Outdoor Radio Show. We have Eddie Mint, the big band at the dam from the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. Good morning, Eddie.
Morning, guys. How we doing?
Hey, doing good, Eddie.
Pretty good. Kind of dark out there right now, but lot to report. With the hunting and fishing. One of the things that I noticed that came out yesterday or the day before was a complete summary of the egg collection at Fort Peck Reservoir. And I was reading that article, and I think they might have had a misprint here, because here's what they say in it, Eddie, and maybe you can comment on that. The average size of Chinook salmon females collected was an impressive 15.1 pounds. In comparison, in 2024, females averaged 18.9 pounds. I think they got that turned around. They must have averaged 18.9 pounds today, this year, and 15.1 last year. Have you heard anything?
No, I haven't. But we were always saying that a lot of the fish that were coming in were around that 15-pound range. So I would say they're probably, on what they're saying there, is fairly accurate.
Okay. Well, it just looked to me as if they're bragging about the size of fish that were caught, the average this year compared to last year, but maybe just bragging about both years. I don't know.
Well, both years are really good.
Yeah. So there's a lot of bragging going on there on the old fish hatchery, that's for sure. So what kind of report do you got for fishing and for hunting around eastern Montana in the Fort Peck Lake area?
Fishing for the pike, bass, and lake trout has been doing really well. As far as the hunting, not a lot to report. I stopped in Jordan yesterday, and he said it was pretty slow for numbers coming in there as well. And, like you're hearing, the deer population is definitely down. So, not hearing a whole lot. Been a few guys coming through and heading back home that are going back to have tag stew.
Have tag stew, yeah. That's not really very tasty, as far as I know. One of the things I was doing, I was looking at the calendar, and this is one of the odd years where we're actually taking every day in November for the general big game elk and deer season. So there's actually quite a bit of hunting days left in this, and hopefully with the weather, we'll get some weather. It probably will help with the harvest on both the elk and the deer, don't you think?
Well, yeah, we definitely need to get some weather. for sure. I mean, even up in the mountains where we've been, you don't find anything for snow until you get up above 8,000 feet and stuff. So yeah, and when you're up elk hunting in middle of November and it's still 70 degrees, 65 degrees, makes things pretty tough. But yeah, we definitely need some weather. But as far as the deer, I don't think any amount of weather is really going to change a lot when there just isn't the deer around for these guys to harvest. So just have to wait and see. But don't look like there's anything in the near future for weather either. I mean, we got a little bit of a cool down coming here, but not what we're typically used to for middle to the end of November.
Let's switch subjects a little bit. Pheasant season is well underway. I haven't seen a lot of birds around this area and the Fort Peck area. A lot of people are attributing that to the big storm that came through in August. But when we go to Nelson Reservoir, you see quite a bit of pheasants where you can't hunt them, and they probably know that. But what about the Fort Peck Indian Reservation? Have you had any reports on how the pheasant population and the hunters are doing over there?
I have not. I don't do anything with the tags or licensing on that, so I haven't heard. Haven't heard anything. Actually, I haven't talked to anybody that's even been over there hunting them, so I have nothing good there to give you on that. So, and I know around here you're not seeing you're seeing a few here and there, but yeah, I think after that storm that we had there, that 85 mile an hour wind and all that small hail and stuff, I think took a pretty good toll on them.
Yeah. Canada geese, we seem to have a little bit more Canada geese in the area. Have you had any? I know I've seen with decoys hunting them, and they've had pretty good success. How about you? Have you heard anything on that?
I've talked to a couple guys that were here, and they said they had decent number of geese and ducks that they harvested while they were here hunting off the river. So yeah, they're definitely. Sounds like that's been going all right as well, the duck and the goose hunting around here.
All right. You got the bait, live minnows, and all that good stuff. What's the phone number to call? And what's the idea or indication of reservations? You got any vacancies available?
Yes, we do have vacancies available here and there throughout the rest of the general hunting season for motel rooms. And I believe on a cabin or two. So you just have to call and check and see what we have available.
All right. Eddie Mint, big man at the dam. Have yourself a good week, Eddie. We'll talk to you next Saturday morning.
Yeah, everybody have a good, safe weekend.
All right. Eddie Mint, weather report for us here over there in eastern Montana. We're going to come back to wrap up the first hour of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show after this.
The race is on, Missoula. It's Thomas Plumbing versus Design Air in this year's Can the Cats food drive. Bring your non-perishable food donations to your favorite team's location and help Can the Cats, all to support our local food bank this holiday season. Whether you're Team Thomas or Team Design Air, every can counts. Let's come together, Missoula, and make sure no one goes hungry. Drop off your donations at Thomas Plumbing or Design Air November 8th through the 22nd and help Can the Cats.
The only real estate agent I trust right here in Missoula and the surrounding areas is Jason Baker with the Jason Baker team at Rise Realty. Now, thanks for joining me today. What options are there if I wanted to buy my next home before I sell my current home? How do you help with that?
Sean, we have special lending programs with an in-house lender, buy before you fly programs, bridge loans, and we can structure any offer that comes in to accommodate you to move out after you find your next home.
So what's the biggest challenge that sellers face when they're getting a divorce? How do you help them with that?
Sean, we're seeing this more and more, unfortunately. First, I pray for them. And second, we can help parties understand the process and their home values. There's always someone trying to stay in the home and someone trying to sell. Our job is to maximize profit for those looking to sell.
All right, thanks for keeping us up to date. Call Jason at 552-4443. Online, jasonbakerteam.com.
Summit Beverage and the Grizzly Scholarship Association present the 18th Annual Montana Wine and Beer Festival. Friday, November 21st, the night before the Grizz Cat football game. Fine wine and beer tasting. Delicious food from over 35 vendors. A silent auction and lots more. Proceeds benefit the Grizzly Scholarship Association to support student-athlete scholarships. Tickets are $80 per person. Must be 21 and older. Tickets available now at the Adams Center box office or at grizztix.com. The annual Montana Wine and Beer Festival, November 21st, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Adams Center.
Brandon with Madhouse Cannabis here. I'm glad to announce the construction is nearly complete and our new showroom floor is getting ready for the community. Even better, the space isn't for Madhouse. It's for our hardworking community members who could use some space to themselves. It's help in showing who you are, what they do, and showcase the goods they provide. Reach out to Madhouse if you're a small business owner who needs a place to showcase themselves. Madhouse Cannabis, because the shoe fits. Keep out of reach of children, for use 21 and older.
Rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome. That is our goal at One Horse at a Time Draft Horse Rescue. This is Jasmine, and we are located in the beautiful Bitterroot Valley. Not only do we save draft horses from going to slaughter, many owner surrenders have also found new homes through us and are protected by our lifelong adoption contract. We invite you to follow along on our journey to provide the best care and life for these deserving gentle giants. Find out more about how you can help. Visit onehorseatatime.com.
This is the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
And we got a big one today. Crackdown.
And he's cracked down,
Rigger.
and he's hit hard. Yes, hey, let's get into a little football, shall we? Last night, boy, there were some honeys of games last night, I'll tell you. We'll take a look here at Class A football. Frenchtown was taking on Whitefish. Now, this was an interesting game. Frenchtown squeaked it out 23-20. Helena took on Billings Central, and East Helena, yes, I'm sorry. And boy, did Billings Central produce 42-7. Billings Central beat them. In AA, Billings West defeated Big Sky 20-17. And Glacier, the powerhouse that they are, they took on Gallatin and beat them 35-0.
Oh, my.
Yeah. And then we do have some Class B coming up tonight. Today, at 1 o'clock, Three Forks against the Glasgow Scotties. And then Manhattan takes on Lincoln County this afternoon at 1 o'clock. So go watch those games. Those are going to be great games. And I will have some 8-man and some 6-man in that next hour for you. And let's go out and support our local schools and have some fun watching. Man, there's good football going on out there. And congratulations, kids.
Thank you, Downer.
Yeah.
The Chris Berman of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Thank you very much, everyone. You mentioned there, Captain.
As colder weather settles in, warm up to Kubota Orange. Locally owned Big Sky Kubota can help you move up to a Kubota compact or higher horsepower tractor. Kubota skid steers, excavators, and utility vehicles. When you compare Kubota quality backed by the best in parts and local service, well, there is no comparison. Special finance offers, see dealer for details. Plenty of implements and attachments too, including snow removal attachments. Work with John and Ben, the local Kubota guys at Big Sky Kubota, 3 miles west of the Missoula Airport on Highway 10. Think Orange.
Elevated Tax is so excited to announce their arrival in Montana, I cannot wait to serve you. The local full-service tax and accounting firm is taking new clients, which seems like it's become a novel concept these days. From taxes to bookkeeping to payroll to CFO services, Elevated Tax has an experienced, trustworthy team that has you, your family, and your small business's best interest in mind. Elevated Tax and Accounting, elevating you and your business with a modern professional touch.
AM 1290 and K252FP 98.3 FM Missoula. News Talk KGVO for Western Montana, a Town Square Media station.
We do
reducing problems. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News. Flight cutbacks at 40 major U.S. airports being reduced from 6 to 3% today, now that more air traffic controllers are going back to work following the government shutdown.
The FAA is easing flight cuts at 40 major airports. Starting Saturday, airlines can operate 97% of scheduled flights. That's an improvement from the 6% cut mandated earlier this week. The change comes as air traffic controller staffing levels improve following the government reopening. The FAA will monitor the system through the weekend and decide when normal operations can resume.
Fox's Chanley Painter, President Trump directing the Justice Department to look into Democrats' potential ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says federal prosecutors will investigate any involvement between convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and prominent Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton. Bondi confirmed the investigation shortly after President Trump requested it in a social media post, accusing Democrats of using what he calls the Epstein hoax to deflect from the government shutdown and other failures. Earlier in the week, House Democrats released years-old emails from Epstein about President Trump, and enough lawmakers signed on to a discharge petition forcing a vote next week on ordering the Justice Department to release all of its Epstein-related files. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The FBI identifying the man who they say showed up at U.S. Attorney Alina Habba's office with a baseball bat earlier this week. He's ID'd as Keith Michael Lisa, and U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says he is now in custody. Investigators saying he allegedly entered the federal building in Newark, New Jersey, returning later without the bat and damaging property inside that office. He is facing federal charges. America's listening to Fox News.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
President Trump says he's suspending tariffs on some consumer products, including beef, coffee, tropical fruits, and other commodities.
White House officials say grocery and housing prices are trending in the right direction as the Trump administration works to drive down costs with a variety of actions, including cutting the red tape to increase available housing units. White House officials also announced Trump is rolling back tariffs on certain key imports, including coffee, tropical fruits, and beef, among other items. They said given the substantial progress in reciprocal trade negotiations, including the conclusion of 9 framework deals, President Trump has now determined that it's necessary and appropriate to further modify the scope of the reciprocal tariffs.
And that's Fox's Christina Coleman. The president now says tariffs may have, quote, in some cases, unquote, raised consumer prices after previously saying they had not been driving inflation. Democrats blaming higher costs on the administration's tariffs and are pushing to extend health care subsidies to keep health care coverage affordable. Democratic leaders in North Carolina speaking out against a potential federal immigration crackdown in Charlotte.
North Carolina City Councilman-elect J.D. Arias responding to reports the Trump administration is planning to send immigration enforcement agents to Charlotte.
Our Queen City will not become a staging ground for fear. Amen. We will not confuse cruelty with safety, and we will not allow the politics of intimidation to define who belongs here.
Freedom Center for Social Justice Executive Director Cameron Pruitt.
This is not about legal status. This is about the color of someone's skin, about where they come from, and about causing fear and division.
The Department of Homeland Security not commenting on future or potential operations, and local officials say they have yet to receive any formal notification. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
And that crackdown may start as early as today. I'm Paul Stevens. This is Fox News.
Who's your daddy? No, who's your mama? Mom's Rentals, Missoula and Hamilton, your locally owned and operated rental and service center. We work on all makes and models. Wacker, Noyce, and Dealer. Your money stays in the local economy. Give Mom a list. Rammers, post pounders, excavators, skid steer, forklifts, and anything else you can imagine. Remember, who's your mama? Mom's Rentals, 327-1104. That is 327-1104, or see her on the web, www.momsrentals.com.
Thanksgiving road trips in Montana, they can be legendary. A car packed full of family, food, and maybe even the dog. Make this year smooth sailing in a new Volkswagen. Right now at Missoula Volkswagen, we have the fully redesigned Tiguan, the perfect size and style for Montana families and Montana weather. And during our Sign and Drive event, Volkswagen makes your first payment on select leases. So getting into a new VW is easier than ever. Visit Missoula Volkswagen on 3665 North Reserve Street and make this Thanksgiving trip your best one yet.
Just pull your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Hey, you hunting out there in the middle of the state in central Montana? Well, let's check your weather for you. Looks like this. Today, mostly cloudy in the morning, then clearing. Chance of rain and snow in the morning. Highs are going to be 50 to 60. Now, of course, up in the mountains, it's going to be a little less. Partly cloudy. Now, lows at 25 to 35 as we get into the evening. Sunday, mostly cloudy. Highs are going to come down a bit to 45 to 55. So, could be getting cooler. That looks good for you, those of you wanting to get after there in the Rocky Mountain front. Now, remember, gang, you can always get the latest link to this week's Montana Outdoor Podcast. Now, that podcast is not dropping today. It should drop tomorrow or Monday. My associate that does the podcast with me, Roger Fishwell, is gathering all this information from check stations, game check stations all around the state. We're going to go through them all, so that'll be kind of neat. So look for that on the go-to website. That's where you'll find the link to it, and that is montanooutdoor.com.
And the Rigger Cast this time around is brought to you by Superior Hardwoods of Montana. We will be back with the captain in 1 minute.
With the holiday seasons upon us, Superior Hardwoods of Montana wants to help you focus on family gatherings inside your home. This year, give yourself the gift of a new, beautiful hardwood floor. We stock over 100,000 square feet of flooring, an enormous selection to choose from. Hi, this is Corey Medlinger with Superior Hardwoods. You won't find a larger in-stock inventory anywhere in the western United States. Same-day pickup options are available. Our mission is to provide you with the knowledge and information to choose what is truly the best choice for you and your pride and joy, your home. We are the home of true, solid hardwood flooring options. Come and browse our huge selection. Superior Hardwoods, 5120 Highway 93 South, Missoula, and also at superior-hardwoods.com, and let us guide you through the woods.
In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports and Western. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing, Captain.
And good morning, everybody. Live and direct from the Montana Outdoor Radio Show Fort Peck headquarters in the command center. We have the director, Deadeye Denny. Good morning, Denny.
Morning, Captain.
And, of course, Miguel Lee, who is busy working the phones. Kokanee Quinn, who is about ready to, she's probably got the broth going pretty good there on that walleye chowder.
Chowder's smelling
And,
pretty good.
It's about ready to put those walleye chunks in there. And Downringer Dale, who will be eating all that food before we get off the radio
Somebody needs to
this
try
morning.
it.
Let's get a report from Mike at the Rocky Mountain Supply down there in Dillon.
This is your fishing report for week ending November 13. Currently have a really good streamer bite going on the Beaverhead. River's open between Pipe Organ and Barrett's. Various streamers like Art, Daddy's Money, the good old Sparkle Minnow, Sex Dungeons, and so forth. Still also having some good nymphing. Blue-winged olives, Psycho Maze, TNT blue-winged olive, and then, of course, don't forget to have some midges and sow bugs with you. Big Hole is open from the North Fork by Saginaw Bridge down to Dickey Bridge. Again, it's pretty much a streamer bite with similar flies, sparkle minnows, sculpins, dudlers, and the geisha girl in purple. Path's Rubber Legs is still catching some fish. Again, zebra midges is a good second option for a 2-fly rig. And then standards like a beadhead, pheasant tail, sandworm worms, and some egg patterns. The Jefferson's up a little bit with all the irrigation being turned off. Streamers, again, is the name of the game. Keep them on the large side and kind of bright down there with the off-colored water. Cheech Leech, Slider, Conman, the Dalai Lama, and the good old Sparkle Minnow. Some nymphing is going pretty good with Pat's Rubber Legs, blue-winged olive mayflies, sandworm worms. The Ruby is Hoot Owl has been lifted down that for quite some time. Again, it's a streamer bite mainly. Zonkers, JJ Specials, Zudlers, Woolly Buggers. We've got some midges going off there as well. Zebra midges in black and red. Good old lightning bugs and so forth. Should get the job done there just fine. So that concludes our fishing report for this week. Don't forget to stop down to Rocky Mountain Supply for all of your sporting goods needs.
All right. Down there at the Dillon, that Region 3 area, I'm sure that the elk hunters there's probably a lot of elk hunters down there. I don't know what kind of success they're having. Maybe down there you can dig that up later on in the show. You know, I was noticing a article on MontanaOutdoor.com about don't poach. Now, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But that also includes prison grounds. Have you read this article?
No.
Tell us about it, Captain.
It's on MontanaOutdoor.com. Think prison grounds are fair game for big bucks and bulls? Think again.
Why would
According to a
think
recent press release, Terry Sellers, who is 53 years old, just found out the hard way that hunting on Tennessee's West Tennessee State Penitentiary property is a big no-no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Earlier this year, Sellers illegally took down 3 impressive deer, including a 15-point double drop tine totaling nearly 492 inches. Now, they measure them different down there.
Right.
I think that would probably be a 7 by 8 or something. I don't know,
wonder if that's that
15-point
one
double
in the middle
tine.
there on that picture.
That sounds like you'd call that out when you're playing craps down in Vegas. A 15-point double drop tine.
Oh, yeah, I always play that square.
So you're wandering near a prison with a
With your
loaded
gun,
weapon.
right?
What could possibly be wrong?
Yeah, you just have a loaded gun tempting some of the
Sure.
most dangerous people in the country. Look what I have.
I wonder
He
how many
might be
teeth
joining
he's got
them
in his
now.
mouth. Let's see.
Yeah.
Thanks to some sharp detective work, a ping warrant on his phone, the poaching spree didn't go unnoticed.
No.
Sellers now faces 6 years without hunting privileges. He'll have a good chance to look at all those deer right outside the prison.
Boy, that sounds like got off easy.
$17,500 in restitution
right.
and an extra $850 to cover the taxidermist.
There you go.
Plus, Those deer are now being put to good use in educational displays. Lessons learned, prison property is off limits, no matter how tempting those trophy bucks look. So, Rigger?
Yeah. Well, I was just going to go hunting by Deer Lodge. I guess that trip's off. Dang.
Just because it says deer.
Well, you know,
in it.
Actually, there is part of the ground there that you can hunt on. You do need to check where that is. Don't just assume I can go anywhere around the prison. But there is part of that area you can hunt on.
Oh, wow.
You mean if a gate's open, just walk through?
No. You may end up becoming a permanent resident of the facility. So, don't do that.
If the gate automatically shuts behind you, you got a problem.
Yeah. When you suddenly get the new nickname Fresh Meat, that is not a good sign.
Andy Dufresne.
That's a good segue into cooking with kokanee, isn't it?
I was thinking that, and then I was is it though?
That would not have occurred to me, but if you say so, Captain, of course.
Do it.
It's time. It's time to do a little cooking with kokanee from the kitchens of MontanaOutdoor.com.
What you got cooking?
I got rice cooking in the microwave. She got something cooking for me tonight, and a little bit of chicken fried.
Well, I knew the captain would be looking for some walleye, and when he catches it, that this chowder would be delicious. What you need is some diced red potatoes, leave the skin on, also some bacon, celery, little flour, a cup of clams in juice, the chopped clams if you want that in your soup, also some frozen corn, a pound of walleye fillets cut into bite-sized chunks, and some thyme. You're also going to need an onion, some butter, some half and half of cream. Maybe you want to throw some cocktail shrimp in there. Sounds great. Fresh tomatoes and chopped parsley and a little salt and pepper. You're going to cover the potatoes with fish stock and simmer until done. Then get those out of there and hold for later. In a separate pot, you're going to cook your bacon until it's partially rendered. Then add the butter, onion, and celery and saute it until the onions are translucent. Then make a roux with the flour. Whisk that up, cook it for 5 to 6 minutes, stirring constantly. Then add the hot fish stock, gradually stir it until it's thick and smooth. Then put in some half and half, your chopped clams and juice. Simmer that for about 10 minutes. Then add your potatoes, your cocktail shrimp, your corn and tomatoes, and gently stir that. Add your walleye chunks and the remaining herbs, and then let it simmer until the walleye is done. That'll just be about 3 to 4 minutes. Season it up with some salt and pepper. Sounds delicious, especially on a day like today. And of course, you can find that recipe at MontanaOutdoor.com.
Alrighty.
I'm so hungry for that.
Very good, kokanee. Hey, straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, it would be Placer Motors statewide trivia with Downrigger. Dale, what is the topic for the delightful 7 a.m. hour audience, Downrigger?
Yes, the topic of this hour's question is a personal one to me. Me hitting a deer with my car? What are the odds?
I know where that's going. All right. Let us see if we can make you a winner right after this on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Brett's RV and Marine's been bringing family and lifestyle together since 1967. Brett's was family-owned then and still is today. The Brett's mission is simple. Help families go camping and boating, enjoy the outdoor lifestyle, and get them back out quickly when something unexpected happens. Today, Brett's carries over 75 RV and boat brands and offers them all at volume discount pricing. New travel trailers start at just $14,995. Montana, Brett's has you covered with locations in Missoula, Butte, and Billings. Or you can shop online at brettsrv.com or call 833-BRETTS-RV. Your next great outdoor adventure starts at Brett's RV and Marine.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
Montana's a big state, and the men and women that call it home know why they live there. It offers unique outdoor opportunities year-round. It's a way of life for them, but each region of the state does have its own set of challenges. That's why Montana hunters and fishermen have come to depend on their local sporting goods store to help them get the success they strive for in every region across Big Sky Country.
When you shop your local Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice.
In Butte, shop Three Bears, Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, head on over to the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. Over in Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports and Western.
All of these sporting goods stores have local knowledge for the area of Montana that they serve, and all of them are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Hunting season is here, and your harvest can help protect Montana's herds. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is asking for new samples this hunting season. If you harvest a deer, elk, or moose, please stop by a CWD sampling station. Sampling is free, and every sample provides critical data that helps FWP respond to the disease and protect herd populations. Your participation helps keep Montana's hunting traditions strong and supports CWD management efforts. Learn more about sampling station locations, carcass disposal, and how to take your own sample at fwp.mt.gov/CWD.
So, are you ready to rock?
You're listening to The Captain.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
And good morning. It is 7:22. Glad you're with the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. It is trivia time with Downrigger Dale, brought to you by Placer Motors, and we'll see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2025 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 182 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2025 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. 182 horsepower engine available on select models. From our lot to your driveway, there is a lot to love at Placer Subaru in Helena, where they're transforming the car buying experience.
Okay, our trivia winner gets a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We got a Tiorama pen, a Captain's Choice Max Lure from Linda at Far Country Press in Helena, the book Rocky Mountain Babies and Cuties coloring book.
Aww.
Adorable and educational, unlike this show. A koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.
We are neither.
Are we A?
Well, we're some.
Are we A, cute, or are we B? No, we're not. Let's see, where was I? Koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. Right. From Kathy Goodman at SilverThreadsOuterwear.com in Great Falls, a 406 Hunt ball cap, black with tan mesh. From Valor Coffee, a 2-ounce packet of their signature roast. That'll make a pot of great Valor coffee. And from Steve Harada, a large Steve's Bail Bonds in Wolf Point canvas tote bag. How might that come in handy someday, Downrider?
Well, you know, if you get one of those, you're prepared for about anything. They're nice looking. They're really well built and very nice little bag. Well, actually a pretty good bag. And you can pack up your troubles and come on, get happy.
And the number to call if you know the trivia answer is 406-721-1290. 406-721-1290. If you've won any prize of any kind in the past 6 months, please be kind and let other listeners have a chance to play and win with Downrigger Dale.
All right, thank you there, Director. Now, last hour we learned about the sport of hunting that has been getting safer and safer over the last 20 years. What about unintentionally hunting deer with your car? I did some checking on how Montana compares to other states in deer vehicle collisions. Now, out of the top 5 states with the highest odds of deer vehicle incidents, where does Montana rank in that top 5? Is it A, Montana's number 1? Is it B, we are the second highest, or is it C, we are not even in the top 5, believe it or not? Question again is, where does Montana rank in the highest probability of hitting a deer with your car? Are we A, the highest, B, the second highest, or are we C, not even in the top 5?
406-721-1290. If you ain't won nothing in the past 6 months, don't lie. We'll know. Miguel's got the database pulled up. And while we wait for that winner, let's head to the fish camp and check in with Chancey in Kalispell.
Good morning, Montana. Chance here at the fish camp up in Kalispell. Give you that fishing report for the week. Still a lot of white fish in the river. A couple of guys were down there earlier this week and filled their buckets full. And pretty nice fish, that 2.5, 3 pound range. And right now is pretty much the peak of the run. So from now up through Thanksgiving should be real good. All through the whole system there, from Old Still Bridge up above Columbia Falls Bridge all the way up through there's full of fish. Some nice rainbows in there. They've been picking up some cutthroat, cut bows, a few lake trout. So good fishing on the river right now. Thompson River fishing pretty good down the lower end. Had a few good reports down there. Guys getting some nice browns. They're kind of in the spawn right now, so that's been good. I went out and tried McGregor trolling out around there on Sunday. Pretty slow. I got one lake trout, and I had a couple rainbows on and lost them. Seen some guys shore fishing. We're picking up some nice rainbows, so that's been fishing pretty good. Of course, the beaver chain lakes have all been good up out of whitefish there. Murray and Dollar, Big Beaver, all fishing good for rainbows. Dickie, I talked to the guy the other day, did pretty good up there. He got a pretty nice rainbow up there. It's fishing good. The sloughs off the river fishing good for pike. One of my buddies been down there bass fishing. He's been running into the pike. He got a 21 pounder a week or so ago, and then he was down there again and got broke off a bunch of times and got quite a few nice fish. So that's been fishing pretty good. About a week ago, I had a good report on Lake Marinan. Guys were out on the hump, did pretty good. About 25, 30 foot of water on the perch, a few nice rainbows. The kokanee are probably done spawning out there off the dock. But still a lot of good fishing going on. I know everybody's wrapping up hunting here, but we're starting to get our ice fishing stuff in at the fish camp, so swing on by if you're in town. Good luck fishing and hunting. Be safe out there.
All righty. Thank you, Chancey. I do believe we have a winner, a contestant for sure. Mm-hmm. Miguel's about to do the
reveal.
Information the reveal. Yes, thank you. The reveal transfer. Here it comes now.
Terry in Wolf Point.
That is Terry Walter in Wolf Point?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Miguel. How are you this morning there, Terry?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, thank you for listening. What do you got for Terry over there, Downrigger?
Now, Brother Terry, in the top 5 states that are most likely where you're going to hit a deer with your car, where does Montana rank in that top 5? Are we A, the highest, B, the second highest, or is it C, we are not even in the top 5?
And what do you think there, Terry?
It's B. It's B because I said a lot of them.
Yeah, now I would have thought it would have been the highest myself, but actually we are the second highest. The top 5 states with the highest odds of deer vehicle incidents are West Virginia at number 1, then Montana, then Iowa and South Dakota, and Pennsylvania is at number 5. In looking at the odds in West Virginia, the odds of a car and deer meeting in a bad way are 1 in 43.
Wow,
in Montana, the odds are 1 in 66. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I was fine. I almost hit this deer the other day. How it got on the bridge of Reserve Street in Missoula, Montana, I don't know. So it was doing one of those, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? And I'm thinking, well, I get around, and I slammed on the brakes, just missing him, and then had to turn around and go to the mall and buy some new underwear.
Yeah. Well, I suppose in the rutting season and all that.
Oh, yeah, they get crazy. All
that. Terry, you said you've hit a lot of...
More deer dead along the road in this country than the hunters get.
Yeah, they're probably...
Yeah. And you've hit your share of them, huh, Terry?
Huh?
You've hit your share of them, huh?
It's across the river at Wolf Point. Yeah. I live across the river on the south side.
Hey, thank you for listening. Do you got all the mailing address info? We will get your prize package mailed out to you for being a trivia winner, and we'll be back with the captain, I believe Matt from
He already answered one question. Did you have to pepper him with more?
I shouldn't have. Prime rib, anyone? Yes, please, when it's Prime Rib Wednesday at family-friendly Paradise Falls. Paradise Falls serves up 10-ounce portions of their delicious special recipe prime rib, along with your choice of a side, just $24.95. Prime Rib Wednesday at Paradise Falls starts at 4 p.m., and they serve till it's gone, so don't be too late. Make it Paradise Falls for $24.95 Prime Rib Wednesday. Paradise Falls, 3621 Brooks, Missoula.
This is Brandon with Madhouse Cannabis. I'm proud to announce our second annual Madhouse Clothe the Valley Coat Drive is in full swing. No purchase necessary. Just swing by either of our Madhouse locations. This is about keeping our communities warm. Stop by, say hi to our amazing staff, and grab a warm jacket or coat. It's that simple. Madhouse Cannabis, 9393 Cartage Road, at the Y, and 13055 US Highway 93 South, Lolo. For use, 21 and older, keep out of reach of children.
Elevated Tax is so excited to announce their arrival in Montana. I cannot wait to serve you. The local full-service tax and accounting firm is taking new clients, which seems like it's become a novel concept these days. From taxes to bookkeeping to payroll to CFO services, Elevated Tax has an experienced, trustworthy team that has you, your family, and your small business's best interest in mind. Elevated Tax and Accounting, elevating you and your business with a modern professional touch.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Guys, love buying your favorite shirts on sale? You're in luck. Untuckit's wrinkle-free styles are on sale now for just $59. These are the shirts that made Untuckit famous, made with 100% premium cotton and a wrinkle-free finish. These best-selling shirts and polos come out of the dryer crease-free and ready to wear. They're perfect for the office, the weekend, and beyond. Stock up now with wrinkle-free shirts from just $59 only at Untuckit.com and 80 stores. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Hey Montana, the Montana Agricultural and Industrial Exhibit, MAGI, is back January 21st, 22nd, and 23rd at the Pacific Steel and Recycling Arena at Expo Park in Great Falls. It's the largest farm and ranch trade show in Montana, packed with equipment, products, new technology, and everything you need to keep your operation running strong. Come see the latest innovations, catch up with old friends, and maybe even make a few new ones. MAGI is proudly supported by Tillman Equipment, CHS Big Sky, and Northwestern Energy. Don't miss it. MAGI at Great Falls.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tire-Rama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
All right, let's take a look at the old weather forecast for west of the Continental Divide. Today, mostly cloudy with areas of rain. Now, highs are going to be in the upper 40s, maybe mid-50s. I wouldn't count on that one. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain. Areas of fog, lows in the 30s. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain. Patchy fog through the day, so watch out for that. It will supposedly get up into the low 50s. We'll see on that. Now, remember, gang, do not forget that you can always find the link to the latest podcast that is available for you to listen to. And that is right there on what we call the go-to website, MontanaOutdoor.com.
And the Riggercast this time around, a presentation of Vibrant Hearing. We will be back with the captain, talking to Don Wilkins. He has a report for us this morning. And Fish on Charters with Captain Matt McComb, too. All on the way in 30 seconds.
You would do anything to prevent dementia. But are you doing everything? This year, give yourself more time. Learn how the medical treatment of hearing loss can reduce your risk of dementia, keep you engaged with your loved ones, and reconnect you to life. The folks at Vibrant Hearing can help with your hearing loss and show you how treating hearing loss is also reducing your risk of dementia. For better hearing, go to vibranthearing.com.
In Helena, please shop Capital Sports. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. Captain.
Good morning, everybody. 25 before 8, Montana Outdoor Radio Show. And Don Wilkins has been nice enough to join us here this morning for a little bit to give us a report on Fort Peck. But, Don, before I say good morning to you, I wanted to point out that the pictures that you sent for this week's report, Don does a report every week on MontanaOutdoor.com, it looks chilly out there. And, in fact, behind you, there's like snow on your trolling motor. That was taken last Saturday, I believe. And the person in the boat with you is your wife, Becky. How do you convince your wife to go out if you don't have a client that particular day to go fishing with you? It just amazes me. You're one of those guys that just loves fishing. And obviously, your wife gets off working during the week. Hey, Becky, let's get up and go fishing. I had a client cancel because there's snow and it's cold. Oh, sure, I'll go with you. Is that the way that conversation usually goes?
No.
I thought he would lie.
He takes some bribery, a big bag of snacks, and then I promise a good dinner inside somewhere warm when we're done at the end of the day. So that's usually what it is. Yeah.
So that day you guys went out. In fact, I was sitting in a warm marina restaurant. I watched you pull up, and I said, "Oh, he must have a client today." And Don Jameson said, No, he's probably got Becky in there. So how did you go fishing that day? Were you trolling, or were you – because those are a couple of nice lake trout you have in the picture there.
Yeah, we were just vertical jigging for them. We caught those off the north end of York. We kind of stopped there because that south wind, the lake was kind of rough, and then it died down, and we headed over towards Haxby and messed around. And then we just came over and messed around on the face of the dam when the wind died down and it warmed up, and we found some pretty decent northerns and some smallmouth, and actually caught a few Lakers too, just pitching jigs for smallmouth in there. So there's just quite a few fish around anywhere right now where there's just a little bit of structure with the water temps we have now.
What do you think those walleyes are? Because I haven't seen any walleye reports out of your report every week, and everybody I talk to that goes on the lake, they haven't been doing at all very good with walleye fishing, or at least they're closed-mouthed about it. How about the walleye? Where do you think they are?
Well, I don't know. We haven't had anybody in the boat looking for any in a while, but I guess if I had to make a guess, I would go down myself. I'd go down the dry arm quite a ways, maybe towards McGuire and that, and look around. And the only reason I say that is every year, as soon as it starts to ice up down there, the walleye fishing seems to be pretty good on the tip-ups right as soon as you can walk out on the ice. So I have to assume those fish are down in that area somewhere before it freezes up, because I kind of doubt it freezes and they just immediately go running underneath the ice, so it doesn't make a ton of sense. So I would assume you could probably get into some down there. And if I get a decent day of weather this coming week, I may run down there and just do some poking around.
So one of the things that I wanted to ask you as well, I was going to ask Heath Headley this question, but I haven't got a hold of him yet. Tim Shaw and his wife Sarah said if you can find the Cisco, and I guess Cisco spawn this time of the year, that's maybe where those walleyes are. Do you think there's any truth to that? And do you know where the Cisco spawn this time of the year?
Well, according to Heath, I talked to him about that last year or the year before, and the Cisco like to get up and start spawning when that water temp, if I remember correctly what he told me, it's sub 40 degrees. So you're looking at pretty close to ice up before they'll spawn. But last year and the year before, when we would get along the face of the dam trolling or anything like that, and it was late December or mid-December, on your side imaging, the Ciscos were just in there by the thousands. So I got to assume they like to get into where there's a little bit of rocky, some gravelly structure like that. But they're right about the fish being there, because when the Ciscos get along the face of the dam like that and they're getting ready to start spawning, there's all kinds of fish in there. In fact, that's how Chris Jack, and when we were out there a couple of years ago, we caught 4 or 5 salmon that day trolling the face of the dam. And I'm sure that's what they were doing. They were in there probably, raising hell with those Cisco in there.
So Brett French called me earlier this week. He's doing a story on the increase in tourism for this part of the state. I guess it increased dramatically from 2020 to 2025. And he asked me if it was because of the fishing. Now, you're a guide, and you've been doing this for a couple of years now. Do you get a lot of folks from out of state that want to go on the water? And if you do, what do they usually like to fish for?
I would say it's probably 50-50, as far as in-state and out-of-state. And, honestly, probably 3/4 of the trips outside of salmon season for people that come over here to salmon fish are pretty dedicated, and that's all they're looking for. But outside of that, the majority of the people, when I ask them what they want to fish for, they just say, what's biting? And that's it. They're here just to come and catch fish. You get a few people specifically, depending on the time of year, looking for just walleye, or they want to focus on bass or northerns. But for the most part, people just seem to want to come out here and just have a good time and catch fish. So it makes it kind of easy for me.
Yeah, and you know what? Lake trout, it seems to be like, for example, in the ice fishing mode, you get a lot of folks from Minnesota, North Dakota that like to come over and jig those big lake trout up through the ice. Is that a pretty good, accurate way to put it?
Yeah, absolutely. We usually will run tip-ups in the morning for the folks that are coming out, and you'll catch some walleye and some northerns and occasionally a few other things on those. But I do have groups of people that say, you know what, we've got pike and walleye and all that stuff where we live. We don't have lakers, so they don't even want to mess around with the tip-ups. They just want to go straight out and fish for lake trout. So it's just up to the individual, whatever they want to do, that's what we go do.
Hey, Don, it's Downrigger Dale. I got a quick question for you. And I do get this a bit. When you are looking at fish, especially this time of year, on your scope, and you're putting stuff at them and they just aren't reacting, I mean, what do you do to get them to react? Are there any certain techniques that can kind of get them interested, or what?
Well, the Lakers in particular, we kind of do a lot of dead sticking with our plastics down there and just kind of wait for the fish to kind of react to that. And then, we try to get them to bite that way. It seems some days you get down there and too many jigs and too many lines and everybody's constantly moving everything up and down, kind of turns them off. And we've noticed with the smallmouth in particular the past couple of weeks, pitching jigs has picked up some, but just a dead rod over the side with some minnows or a slip bobber with a minnow has really been catching a lot more fish. So it seems like they're getting in that mood where they don't really want it. They want to eat, but they don't really want to chase it down. Oh. Northerns, on the other hand, we're still casting spoons for them, and man, they don't care. They'll just they'll hit it close. They're going to hit it right now. The temps are still right about 50 degrees over some of them shallow weed beds, so they're pretty active still.
All right, Don, one more question for you. Nelson Reservoir, we fished that on Wednesday. The day the neighbors went over and they limited out on walleye, and then the next day they went over there and they didn't put a walleye in the boat. It was tough fishing for Don Jameson and I. Do you find that is the case for about every species, that one day you'll go out and they're just jumping in the boat, and the next day you can't even get one to bite?
Yeah. In this time of year in particular, and we've had a lot of wind, I don't know, for the last month now. And any time we're fishing a day after a big wind or a day and a half of a big wind, it's pretty difficult this time of year. So I think that has a lot to do with it right now. And I don't know, it's just that time of year where if you want to fish, you're just going to have to go no matter what the weather looks like and hope for the best, I guess.
Okay, so you're still taking folks to go out in the water as long as the water's open, and then when ice fishing starts, you'll take some out there. What's the phone number to call to find out what your availability is for open water right now?
Well, if somebody wants to just check dates, they can give me a call at 406-407-6648, and we'll get with a couple other people, and we'll see what we can do to get you out on the water between now and ice up.
All right. Don Wilkins. I appreciate it, Don. Thanks for doing that report every week on MontanaOutdoor.com. Okay, straight ahead, I guess we got Josh Perro. We're going to be talking to him about various things up there in the Haber area, kind of a hunting, fishing report.
Yep.
And we'll do that when we come back right after this.
Fall is here, but that doesn't mean adventure is over. At Tiorama, we know the open road is calling. Now through November 30th, save up to $75 on select Cooper tires. Get big savings on trusted favorites like the Discoverer Stronghold AT, Road and Trail, Rugged Trek, STT Pro, Pro Control, Endeavor, and Endeavor Plus. So gear up for fall and hit the road with tires built to go the distance. Visit your neighborhood Tiorama or Tiorama.com for more details.
For waterfowl, pheasant, deer, and elk hunters, having the right equipment can mean the difference in bagging your limit or filling your tag. When you shop your Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice.
In Butte, shop Three Bears Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, go down to the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods.
They all have local knowledge and are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Whether you're working the land, running the ranch, hauling gear to the hunt, or chasing trout across Montana, you need a truck that pulls its weight. And you need a dealership that makes the process simple. That's where Missoula Chevrolet comes in, locally owned right here in Missoula. They offer one low price, plain and simple. With over 400 vehicles, including dependable Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they've earned the title of the Captain's Truck Center.
You better believe it. I count on the team at Missoula Chevrolet to get me the right Silverado for the job and the adventure. I travel all over this great state, towing my fifth wheel and boat, and my 3/4-ton Silverado handles it like a champ. Plus, you can't beat the no-hassle buying experience at Missoula Chevrolet. Their non-commissioned sales team always has my best interest at heart.
Get behind the wheel of a new truck from Missoula Chevrolet and see what the captain's talking about. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
Pheasant season is here, and Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is stocking nearly 18,000 pheasants this fall at wildlife management areas, fishing access sites, and select school trust lands across the state. Now in its fourth year, the Pheasant Release Program aims to help new hunters find success and build the next generation of conservationists. Ready to hunt? Visit fwp.mt.gov for regulations, release locations, and more details.
You're listening to the captain and his crew.
If you notice swelling of face, mouth, throat, or a rash, see your doctor right away. The most common side effect is nausea and vivid, unusual, or strange dreams.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
In Butte, please be sure to shop Three Bears Alaska. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing, Captain. And I do believe we have Josh on the line, right, Miguel? Yeah, we do.
Okay. We want to say good morning to Josh Perro. How you doing, Josh?
Hello, doing pretty good.
Hey, Josh.
Brother Josh.
Downrigger.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have some questions for you.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit off the program about some changes going on there at the reservoir. Can you talk a little bit about what's going on? Because I got a little confused. The access is going to be open, but anyway, I'll let you tell us.
So the Milk River Project put out that the dam work is officially done. I mean, obviously they got to clean up their equipment and everything, but the dam work is done. And as of today, the Fresno tailwaters will be open to be able to access to fish again.
Oh, nice. Okay. Now, is that traditionally a good spot to go there?
Yeah, it's pretty common for people to buzz out there and do some fishing right in the tailwaters from shore, and it can usually produce pretty well for people.
Okay, so tell us about, as far as the scuttlebutt among the fishermen around the area. I mean, do you think a lot of people are going to try to get out there and go give it a try before ice hits it, or what are you thinking?
There'll be a few people out there.
We're talking about Fresno Reservoir, by the way.
Yeah, Fresno. Yeah, there's still a few people hitting it here and there. It's obviously not getting fished very hard right now. But yeah, there'll still be the people that go out and try it when they can, and one nights out after work and whatnot. But definitely don't see many people fishing this year as we do, midsummertime.
Now, Josh, you're a guide. Do you guide on Fresno much? I know you guide on Tiber, which is a fantastic place to fish. But do you guide also on Fresno?
I can if somebody wants to hit me up and talk about Fresno. Yeah.
Okay. And are you done for the year, or are you going to do ice fishing and stuff like that, or?
If somebody really wants to hit me up, I don't really advertise too much for ice fishing, but if somebody really wants to go, I can probably work something out for them.
Okay.
I don't heavily take too many plans for it myself. I'm usually pretty busy that time of year with my full-time job, but if they want to hit me up, I can probably help figure out something to get them out on the ice.
Now, if you have a hankering to make Josh really cold, you can get a hold of him. Now, nice. You've also been doing some hunting in the area. Tell us how the hunting's been, what you've been hearing, how you've been doing yourself, and what you've been hearing from other folks around the area.
Well, sadly, there might be some other reports that go against me, but from everybody that I've been talking to and myself, this is the lowest number of deer I have seen around this area since pretty much I moved up to Havre.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's pretty sad right now for us around here, and I even got online and talked to some of the Canadians up there north of us, and they're saying the same thing, that the numbers of deer are the worst they've ever seen.
Now, is that for both whitetail and muleys?
Yeah, I did see another group of whitetails, but I really think that both species are down for sure. We are seeing rut activity for both species. I saw a whitetail buck that was rutting really hard the other day. We were watching him in the headlights of the truck, and he didn't even care about us. He was just looking at a doe the whole time and chasing her around. He didn't even care that we were looking at him.
In my podcast, it drops tomorrow or Monday. One of my little correspondents, not little, he's actually way bigger than me, correspondents that's been talking to all of these check stations around the state. Roger has found out he's got a report on the check station over there at Augusta and that, so we'll find out, what the whole story is and see what kind of numbers. But yeah, in the Fresno, I guess Fresno, but Havre area, a little tough for hunting. For this late fall, early winter fishing, where would you send people if they just wanted to go get that last bit of great fishing in before the season kind of wraps up for those that don't ice fish? Where would you send them?
Well, if they just want to fish from shore, I definitely go to the river and the tailwaters area that obviously just opened back up. I do know that people are still putting boats on Tiber, and we do have what we call First Lake here south of Havre. It's called Lower Lake out there by Beaver Creek Park. And I did hear that there has been people have been getting walleye out there last week.
Yeah, that might be cool.
And the dock is still in at First Lake. They just got a horsepower limited area out there for boats.
Got it. All right, Josh, if folks want to get a hold of you, how do they do so?
406-491-6851.
Josh, you are the man. Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you.
See ya. There you go. Interesting news out there.
Yeah, that is big news, isn't it?
Get those tailwaters open after a long wait.
I was going to ask Josh a question, but I guess I'll just wait till next time.
Well, he just gave out his phone number. Give him a call.
You'll have to, because I hung up on him.
Finding a clean, secure storage facility is like finding a needle in a haystack. Whether you're moving, storing your car, or just need some extra space around the house, Why West Storage has all of your storage needs covered. With competitive pricing, reliable customer service, and high security, Why West stands above the rest. Conveniently located at the Y on 7099 Smokes Way, give them a call today at 510-0590 for pricing and availability.
Can the Cats is back. Missoula and Bozeman are battling once again to see who can raise the most food and funds for their local food banks.
Join us on Saturday, November 15th for Stuff the Bus to beat the Bobcats.
From 10 to 2, University of Montana students and faculty will be at Albertsons, Yokes, Walmart, Rose Hours, Patty Creek Market, and Orange Street Food Farm, collecting donations to help Missoula take the win.
So grab those cans, show your Grizz pride, and help can those cats.
Brought to you by Albertsons, First Interstate Bank, the Paddleheads, Community Medical Center, and the Good Food Store.
Welcome to the Bitterroot Health Birthing Center, the only baby-friendly designated center within a 100-mile radius. Experience immediate skin-to-skin bonding with your newborn, delayed cord clamping, and your baby can stay in the room with you. Our nurses and lactation counselors are with you every step of the way, including post-discharge, to help guide you into parenthood. Join one of our quarterly childbirth classes at bitterroothealth.org or by calling 406-375-4470.
No escaping it. Winter is here and you need new tires. Head to Pumps Tire Service for the biggest sale of the year. Get up to $420 off Goodyear Wrangler DuraTrack, Goodyear's premium light truck tire, and up to $320 off other premium Goodyear tires, up to $190 off select Hankook tires, or up to $130 off select Michelin tires, and much more. See store for details or visit us at PumpsTire.com. Pumps Tire Service, family owned since 1939. Hurry, sale ends November 30th.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
This is the Captain. Before we wrap up the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, I want to invite you to join us on our local hunting show, Hunter's Breakfast, with my crew and me every Friday morning at Paradise Falls. We'll have the latest on the various hunting seasons and keep you up to date on fall fishing opportunities too. Hunter's Breakfast from the banks of brooks at Paradise Falls in Missoula, and heard live from 8 to 9 Friday mornings on News Talk, KGVO AM 1290 and 98.3 FM.
Repeat the beat, the boot, the bang. The sound so swiddling, the suits again. Repeat the boot, the bob, the bow. The suits so subtle, the bow, the bow. Keep up fiddling, the hold today. Keep up fiddling, the suit to say. Oh, so fiddling, the boot, the bow. Oh, so fiddling, the shout so. Hodle, daddle, day, hodle, daddle, day, hodle, daddle, day, hodle, daddle.
Thanks for joining us this morning on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
Well, we're wrapping up the show here this morning. Looking forward to next Saturday. It's going to be a popular show, as it always is every year. We got Bobcat Grizzly score predictions.
Oh, man.
And, boy, I tell you what, that's going to be a clash.
You aren't kidding there.
It will be.
Speaking of clashes,
go
ahead.
Well, I was going to say both teams are they're undefeated in the Big Sky, so that's going to have a lot of meaning there. And of course, the director, Deadeye Denny, probably is closer to that than anybody. It's going to be a heck of a game next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we got some big games starting today at 1 o'clock for 8-man and 6-man out there. I don't think I probably have time to
You can say who's playing.
Yeah, we've got Fort Benton taking on Scobie / Opine. That's a combined team.
Is that eight man?
No, this is 8-man, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Flint Creek Drummond against Circle.
All right.
And then when we go over to the, where'd it go?
6-man.
Oh, 6-man just went away on me. Dang it.
Okay, well, we...
Every time I hear 8-man and 6-man, I think they're playing in
we
leather
are all
helmets.
out of time.
Black and white.
But good luck to all them out there.
Yes.
The Grizz Friday night giveaways are back at Lucky Diamond Casino and Liquor Store every Friday night starting at 7:30 p.m. Join in all the fun and win Montana Grizzly merch, product coolers, barbecue, and more. Lucky Diamond Casino and Liquor Store at the corner of Brooks and South Reserve.